when I JJ Reddick to the Lakers, bro. I first of all, I got punked. I did post that on X. I got punked because I thought that the coach from UConn was going over there, Hurley, right? Dan Hurley. I thought he was going to Los Angeles, and that didn't happen. And the information, because I thought the tweet came from his page. I did post a tweet too, also on there. It's on my X page. I said I got punked because it was a Dan Hurley page, and he was saying that he was going to LA, but that was a fake Dan Hurley's page. Okay, and I wasn't the only one who got shook up by that, but I want to get on here and I want to admit to that, all right, to make sure that everybody we got that clear. So JJ Redick going to the Lakers, I think is look, I'm not no basketball aficionado type of guy. I don't know everything there is about basketball. Um, but I do report on the sport nonetheless. So my opinion on this is I don't know really how this is going to go. I don't know how this may go left, right, up, down. Um, Seeing that he was an analyst, JJ Reddick, after he retired, started doing a podcast with LeBron James, a known player, well-known player on the Los Angeles Lakers at the time, being some kind of friends or business partners or whatever that may be, and now him becoming the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. To piggyback off of what you said, Shad, before about LeBron coaching the Lakers, why don't he be a player coach? There was a couple of players who've done that in Los Angeles. I think this is the introduction of LeBron becoming a coach, if you ask me. And I'll pass it to you.
I mean, we talked about this when Dan Hurley name was being brought up.
Yeah, we did.
I vehemently said Dan Hurley do not take this job. He didn't take the job, stayed at UConn,
Yeah.
and JJ really got the job. Now, on the surface, this looks like nepotism, which it may actually be nepotism. But
Yeah.
after I said it, I thought about it for a minute. I said, just like in football, right? We can talk about the head coach all we want. We can get the head coach to praise for recruiting, for winning, but we all know it's about the staff that is around them that actually makes the entire engine go. Just like a car, you can have the motor, but the motor is nothing without a starter, without the battery, without the alternator, right?
Right.
When I mean just to get it to
Yeah.
start up, not even getting it to move, because then get to the transmission, the axles. But we just say like that's the heart of the vehicle, but the heart
Okay.
needs the alternator, the battery, and the starter, right, to get
You
it going.
right.
So what I'll say about this is when I thought about it a little bit more, I said, bro, JJ Redick has access to probably. I mean, people can argue. I mean, they'll argue greatest college basketball coach, male, because I don't want to disrespect Gino Auriemma.
Okay.
He got Coach K. He can call. Because I was listening to Gil's Arena. I
Yeah.
forgot Elton Brand. He went to Duke. He's
Yeah.
a front office person for the 76ers. So he has individuals that he can call, right? I mean, I watch college basketball, but I don't watch a lot of it. But I do remember the JJ Redick era at Duke, right? I remember that era. I remember it vividly. Like JJ Redick shooting the three ball,
Nasty.
giving people maybe
Hey.
light vibes of, oh, bro, they got another Christian Leitner down there. You know what I
Nice.
mean? But he has access to individuals he can call. And I think that's one of the things that hurts a lot of first time coaches is they don't have that Rolodex of names that they can call that come in and be assistants. I don't think JJ Redick has that issue. I think JJ Redick can actually put together a nice staff around him, and he maybe can sit back and operate like a Steve Kerr
Ooh.
and things like that. I think he probably with and I think, and this is my last statement I'm making. Now I give it back to you. I think that was probably strategic of LeBron because when the podcast debuted, we're sitting like, when did y'all become friends? You know what I'm saying? Y'all didn't play with each other. LeBron, you didn't go to college,
Right.
right? JJ Redick, you all-time legend at Duke. And so now it looks like, oh, this was just a whole job interview. LeBron is filling you out.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we don't know what they talk about off air, right? We only know what they talk about on air. So we don't know how much they've talked about in terms of play calling, Hey, what you think about AD? What you think about me? What you think about the personnel around us and all that stuff like that? So obviously, we know LeBron holds a big stake in the Lakers in terms of just
Hmm.
decision making. So I mean, yeah, this is LeBron James hire, all day.
And that's
So
why a lot of
and
coaches.
again, and I'll say this, I mean, cut you off, and I'll say this again. And you got access to all that, and plus you got access to LeBron James, which we're not gonna have an argument on here. Arguably the greatest basketball player of all time, and a person that is very cerebral in terms of understanding the game at a high level. So,
That's a fact.
I mean,
I mean, when you got all time, when you got people like Isaiah Thomas saying that about LeBron when he first came in the league, people have to respect that about that man. Like he knows the game like no other. Like he sees things before they happen on the court, whatever else. Like Isaiah Thomas has said this about him. Now, whether if you don't know who Isaiah Thomas is, you've been living underneath a rock. The point guard from the Bad Boy Piston era, from Detroit, came out and he said this. I believe what show was he on first? Take back. And then when he said it, I don't remember what show he was actually on, but I know it came out of his mouth because I posted it and I seen it and I watched the video of it and him saying that about LeBron, which just really blew me away when I seen it. So I hope this move go well. Like I said, I think this I really closed out on it already, bro. I really have no more to say about this topic other than I think this is LeBron's segue into going into coaching. And him and JJ obviously have some kind of chemistry. I want to see how it goes. Either way it go, the Lakers still have some rebuilding to do, if you ask me. I still think they need a couple more pieces away. Uh, Getting LeBron James, I think it's a no brainer. I mean, why wouldn't you? You know what I mean? Why wouldn't you? Other than because this draft is like weak, right? So a lot of people said this is weak. Now I don't know, but I'm just going off of hearsay right now, really, and I'm just being honest with y'all. I heard a lot of professionals say that this draft is weak. It's not the strongest draft ever in the NBA. Like, there's not a clear cut person who should go in the first round. So I mean, Bronny James been around professional basketball players his whole life, trained by the best in the era right now, as we said, dad, and he's been around them playing against them one on one since forever. So I mean, he will be, if not, he probably won't be a superstar, but he will be a star in the NBA at some point. So closing out on that one, you want to add anything else, bro, before we move on to the next topic, sir?
yeah, I'll just say this: there are certain coaches that are made to coach superstars, and then there are certain coaches that are there that can build and cultivate younger teams. And JJ Redick, to me, probably is the type of guy that probably will work better with superstar talent.
Mm,
Now, what it looks like when LeBron and AD are there, if JJ Redick is still the coach, you just never know. But I mean,
mm.
The Lakers being the Lakers. I know that the fan base is
That was a
divided
bar.
behind this.
That was a
I'm
bar. You don't
well,
even
hey,
know, bro. That was a bar. I'm clipping that.
so yeah, so
All right. That was a bar, bro. It was. All right. Next topic. Next